Hello, I'm Panos Kotsathanasis and this is Asian Movie Pulse Interviews. Today I'm here with Wei Shujun. How are you?
Pretty good.
Okay, great. So, first question, why do European festivals love your film so much? You think?
因为我的电影其实先去国外电影节，然后每年都会回到国内做一次首映。那我觉得平遥电影节其实是一个很好的展出的平台，它汇聚了东方西方的很多电影，然后对我来说是特别重要的一站啊。
平遥电影节是吗
Yeah.
Normally his films are shown first in the film festivals in the West countries, and then it has a premiere in China. And he's saying Pingyao Festival in China is a good platform to show his films in the West and the East.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's an important plate, and every time when I closing the release abroad, then back to China. So I choose Pingyao choose me.
Mm-hmm. So, and in general, would you say you are more popular in Europe or in China?
我觉得电影其实它很是一个国际的语言。我觉得大家对于一部电影的理解其实是相似的。我们在放，比如说永安镇，在巴黎，在伦敦，在釜山也放过。那么在平遥放，其实大家的反馈是类似的。
Thinks that the film, since it's an international language, wherever it's played, whether it's East or the West, because everyone has a similar understanding of film language. For example, his films, Ripples of Life, when it was played in Paris or Busan or other places, they all had similar reactions. So I think it's a universal thing. It's equally loved.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. And regarding your latest film, it's adapted from a novel. Why did you choose the specific book?
这本小说其实是余华老师在30年前写的。我觉得虽然写于30年前，但今天看它还是非常先锋。我第一次看完它，我就感受非凡，那种悬疑的、没有解释的，然后藏在文字后面的感受。让我选择了这个小说，当然对我来说也是非常荣幸的机会，能去改编余华老师的作品。
The writer Yu Hua's novel, even though it was written 30 years ago, but I thought it was very refreshing to read in this day and age. And the reason why I chose it is because of its mysterious and the subliminal, subtle atmosphere of the novel that it gives you, and I'm very honored to have the opportunity to adapt the novel.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Has the author is alive?
他还活着吗
Yes, of course.
Has he seen the movie?
Yes.
What did he think?
余华老师评价这部电影，他说这是一部关于生活的电影。很写实，然后他对朱一龙的表演非常的满意，他认为这个电影很像小说的内容，或者说比较忠于小说的一种改编。
He liked the movie. He said this film is very much about the lives of the people, and he thought it was impressive. The main actor Zhu Yilun's acting. And also, he said the film is really close to the original novel, or it feels very much has the literary quality the novel has.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And in its basis, it starts at least as a crime film about a crime, but as it progresses, it becomes something else, more an art film. I was wondering about this approach.
这个电影一开始是像犯罪电影一样，但是逐渐的它变成一个另外一种故事，就是比较艺术性的故事。为什么你选择这种方式来说你的故事呢？
首先，它是犯罪电影的一部分，因为它有犯罪的元素在里面。那 有犯罪的元素，其实我们在做这样一部电影的时候，不可避免的要尊重观众看类似题材的这样的经验。那对我来说，它其实又是一部心理惊悚的电影，所以在影片后2/3的部分，我们着重去做了一些这方面的表达。
He's saying, I think since it is a crime film to begin with, there's an inevitable expectation from the viewers. There has to be some kind of convention of the genre to satisfy the viewer's expectation, and it's also very much a psychological thriller. So 2/3 into the movie, I wanted to really amplify and give the satisfaction to meet the kind of genre expectation.
And in my opinion, the film also deals with the lack of individualism. Let's say how important is a person in a country of 1.5 billion. So can you tell me your opinion about this concept?
他觉得这个电影又在说一个题材就是个人主义的消失或者不在。他问你，在一个很大的国家，像中国很多人口的这种国家，这种个人主义有什么意义？
对我来说，写实是一部创作电影，是一种创作电影的方法。我觉得描述这个案件案情所处的这个真实的环境非常重要。那么30年前，差不多就是我出生的那个年代，我对他们的了解大部分通过长辈跟我讲，或者是我们再去看纪录片去做的调研。那在我印象中，那个时候集体主义的痕迹是很强的。那么大家一起工作，一起生活，通常就在一个社区和团队里面。所以我只是真实的去描述那样一种气氛。
So I think it is very important to convey the realism and the reality of the society itself. And 30 years ago, which the film deals with, this is when I was born, and I couldn't, even though I couldn't directly experience the lives 30 years ago, but I heard about it from seniors, elderlies, and through documentaries, and I could see a lot of traces of this group mentality, or people working or living together, and this different kind of way of life. And I just wanted to express or show this cultural aspect that exists in China, which might, on the other hand, show the lack of individualism.
Okay, and regarding the children with disorder that the protagonist and his wife are about to have, what is his opinion on this subject?
电影的主人公的孩子会有那个智商方面的，就是怎么说呢？弱，对
，let's just say if he was in the protagonist position, what would he do?
他问你，你对这个素材怎么想？还有，如果你是他的话，你为你的孩子会有怎样的想法，或者对那个情况有怎样的想法？
就如果是看完电影，然后用我来去解释的话，其实我不会去进一步的去阐释它。正如我们所看到的画面一样，它是一个阳光的房间，然后充满欢乐的一个家庭的氛围，然后孩子在洗澡，但是隐隐的感觉有哪里不对。我觉得就像一个马哲的梦魇一样啊，这个噩梦还只是暂时的休息啊，并没有真正的结束。
So if I was the protagonist himself, even though the joy of having a child might be there, and there will be a temporary happiness, but soon he will also have this subtle sinister feeling creeping in that there's going to be some kind of unhappiness crawl into his life, and this nightmare-like situation might be inevitable, and I feel like it will be hard to get away with this feeling.
But in general, would you say that you like the main character? Would you go out with him for a drink, let's say?
你个人，如果你的电影的主人公真的存在的话，你会喜欢他吗？或者跟他一起去什么聊啊，一起当朋友？你会个人怎么觉得想？
我觉得创作一部电影的过程中，其实在创造人物。那么一个人物被创造的过程，也会让我更了解他。而且并不是我写完剧本的时候，而是我拍完电影的时候。就像原来，中国的著名作家老舍先生他讲，他写完一个故事之后，他感觉每个他故事中的角色，他都可以给他算出八字来。八字就是一种中国传统文化的一部分吧，它就是类似于算命，类似于你的星座啊。
So when I create a story, it is also about creating the lives of the characters, and after the end of the process of creation, I get to understand the individual characters very deeply. For me, it's not when I finish writing, but it's when I finish shooting. I have a sense that I have a deep understanding with the characters, just like there is a Chinese writer, Lao She, once said, after you finish writing your novel, you get the sense that you have an understanding of each character's fate prescribed in you. You know what's going to happen very deeply to the individual characters.
Okay. So, and can you tell us a bit about the casting? How did it work for the film?
选择你的演员的那个过程怎么进行的呢？
对我来说，选择演员最重要的就是，一方面合适，一方面又要突破我们原来对这个角色的想象。以朱一龙为例，那么马哲这个角色最初在我想象中可能是比较tough 一点，可能有一点刻板印象的，外在的是很强势的。但是朱一龙的表演，他增加了很多人物的内心的力量。他对于逻辑和理性的相信，让我们觉得他后面的表演更有张力。
So for me, what's important about casting process is that you not only have to find a character, an actor that's suitable for the role, but you also have to have something else that kind of goes beyond our expectation, what we imagined about the character. So for example, the main actor, Zhu Yilong, what we originally had in mind is Ma Zhe, the character, is a tough-looking police kind of appearance, but also Zhu Yilong was able to show deeper layers that goes beyond what appears to him. Not just looking tough, but also his inner maybe vulnerability, sensibility that shows something deeper. So I knew that if he does this character, he's going to be able to give a better performance for the movie.
然后我记得第一次当朱一龙穿上我们电影里的造型的衣服的时候，我觉得我们很接近马哲这个形象。那么再一次接近的时候，可能是他的发型胡子已经定下来的时候。那么再一次等到现场，他刚开始演第一场戏的时候，我觉得我彻底进入了马哲这个角色。因为某种程度上来说，拍这个电影，我看朱一龙的表演，他更不像是在表演，他更像成为了这个人，在这个场景中很生动。
So to talk about my impression with Zhu Yilong, when he first wore the costume for the film for the first time, I thought this is a step closer to the character. I'm seeing a little bit more of the character. When he did his hair and his mustache, for example, I'm seeing Ma Zhe, the main character, more and more. And when he finally stepped on stage, I thought he really became the character. He's not acting, but he is Ma Zhe. Zhu Yilong is Ma Zhe himself. That was my impression.
And in general, do you allow improvisation from your actors, or are you very strict with them?
你指导演员的时候，让他们那个 free， 就是让他们自己说 ，improvise。 让他们自己说吗？还是你比较严格，就是按照剧本的来？
我觉得首先他当然要在一个剧本的框架内去进行表演，这是一个我们不能动摇的外部的结构。那其实在内在的时候，我希望演员能够提供他们自己的能动性，因为演员通常会有很强的表达的欲望，但他们是从演员的角度出发。我作为导演，我可能给一些方向性的东西。
So I do think making a film, you have to have some kind of a structure within the script, so they'll have to act within the boundary of what's given to them. But I do think every actor has their desire to express that's something they have, and I do like to see what they provide more than what the script has given to them. And I'm aware that when actors are bringing something on the table, it's coming from their actor's perspective. But me as a director, I'm still focusing on giving them the overall direction. So it's coming from a different places.
而且对我来说，我觉得演员不是一个剧本的奴隶，他是真正创造角色的主体。我们所有的想法，关于人物的，都要通过他的表演再现给观众。所以我们也客观上必须尊重这种来自演员本人的这种能量，以及他的生活经验、生命体验，这很重要。
Also, actors are not slaves of the script. They are the agent of the characters, creating the characters. So I must respect their individual capabilities and experiences and what they originally have.
Okay. And can you tell me a bit about the cinematography, what you wanted to do in the visual aspect of the film?
我们在电影影像上，其实最初并没有一个具体的参考影片。我们想到用胶片去还原那个年代的质感。另一方面呢，我跟我的摄影指导程马我们去讨论影像的风格的时候，我们用的是形容词，我们想它冷静、克制并且有优雅。
So when it comes to cinematography, we didn't have a particular reference films that we're referencing. What we wanted to do was to use the analog filming to capture the sort of texture, the atmosphere of the film. That was our original approach, and together with Chongma, the DP, our approach was to use the adjectives to describe the feel of the movie. For example, cold or elegant or refrained. That was our way of approaching the cinematography.
Okay, and regarding the editing, Matthew Laclau is a friend of mine, so I'm very interested how you cooperated with him.
那个编辑是法国人马修，是他的朋友，他想问你怎么有了这个机会跟他一起工作呢？
马修在中国也工作了很多年，而且他的工作非常优秀。然后我最初有机会跟他合作，就是上部电影Ripples of Life。他有一个非常大的特点，就是他基本不看剧本。对，所以对他来说，他就是每天接收到新的素材，从素材的方面去介入他的剪辑工作。这带来一个很大的好处是说，并不是说我们拍下的东西就是剧本的全部，他依照他得到的那一部分去确认电影，去进入这个故事。这对我们来说其实是一种很有意思的合作方式。
So, Matthew's, he's been working in China for a long time, and he's an excellent editor, and I already had an opportunity to collaborate with him on my previous film, Ripples of Life. And one of the things about him is that he doesn't really look into the script too much. What he does is he would think about the themes and sort of approach the editing with his own take. So the good thing about his approach is that he's not confined to the script that we have, but also he's able to provide his personal insight, and that's directly reflected in his editing, and I think that's a very interesting way that he works.
而且我们是顺场拍摄，就是从故事的第一场拍到最后一场，所以对于马修来说，他每天接收到拍摄的素材，就像看一个连续剧一样。看完2个月的连续剧，这个剪辑的工作已经完成了80%了。
请问素材就是
每天拍的 takes
Sorry, I had to add to what he said before. So instead of looking at the script, he directly watches the footage that the film crew shoots every day, and he added. So he, since he watches the footage every day, newly received footage, it's like he's watching a TV series for say 2 months for a long period of time, and we are shooting the film in chronological order. That's why he can have a direct and clear understanding of what the film is about, but just like watching a TV series.
Well, as the technology improves with the years, it seems to me that directors are paying more attention to post-production now than the actual shooting. I'm wondering what's his opinion on this.
因为技术的发达，他感觉很多导演现在逐渐关注那个就是拍完电影以后的那种过程，
后期，
对后期。所以你对这个的看法怎么样呢？
因为不同的电影创作观念对这个事儿的看法会不一样。有的人会觉得电影真正诞生的地方在后期的制作，他通过大量的素材去剪辑完成一部电影。其实，在剪辑的过程当中，他在重新的调整叙述这个故事的方式。那对我来说，我觉得电影诞生了是在现场，就当我们拍摄的时候，按下摄影机的那一刻。所以我更多的热情其实是在拍摄的过程当中。
So it depends on the individual director. Some directors might think that the real story of the film is born when you're editing the film in post-production, and you're playing with the structure and the scenes, order of the scenes, and maybe a new film is born. But I personally think the real soul of the film really is born when I'm pressing the recording shoot button on set, and that's where my passion lies, on set.
And what is your opinion of the Chinese movie industry at the moment? How would you describe it? Let's say.
现在你对中国的电影业的观点是什么？你觉得现在电影业怎么样？
近期的，比如从暑期档开始，中国的票房成绩非常的好。我觉得值得高兴的事儿是，大家又开始回到电影院了。越来越多的观众还是需要电影，喜欢看电影，然后讨论电影。我觉得这对于一个电影工作者来说是一个好的氛围和环境。
So recent box office in China is getting better and better, and as a filmmaker myself, I'm really glad to see that people are going back to the cinema, watch movies, and talk about movies. I think it's a good phenomenon in China.
Okay, all right. And the last question, I guess, future projects. What are you working on next?
我有一个项目在做后期，在做后期的制作，然后它关于年轻人，关于他们的梦想，然后也关于电影。
I'm actually in a post-production process project, and it's about young people. It's about young people's dreams, and it's also about films.
Okay. Okay, I guess that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Can take a picture together?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
We're just going to take some photos of the interview, so just, you can carry it. You still have like 5 minutes. So.
We're done actually, so you want us to continue?
Yeah, you can continue. We have 10 more minutes if you want. We just want to get some photos of the interview itself, so.
Okay, okay, so tell me a bit about how do you think of the movies in Busan this year?
今年釜山的放映还没开始，应该是明天后天会放映2场。因为我每部片子都会来釜山，我也很期待这次放映在釜山的这种反馈。我觉得特别多的观众爱看电影。我刚刚做评审，看到那个电影院有好多行李箱，他们跟我讲是从首尔来了很多观众啊，有大学生，有普通观众。那我觉得大家对电影的热情还是挺高涨的。
So as far as I know, the films are starting to show from tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, and I know I've heard that there are many people coming from Seoul, even many young people and university students all the way here to watch films, and it makes me happy to know that there are many people passionate about movie watching.
And in general, what kind of movies do you like to watch?
平时喜欢哪种电影？
我喜欢作者电影多一点，就比较 art house 那种。我觉得就是一个电影的作者，如果他只是把电影当做娱乐性的承载体的话，那我觉得是挺遗憾的事儿。我更希望看到一种独特的表达，一种独特的个体经验在里面。
So I enjoy watching auteur films, and I think if you think of films as a way of just entertainment, then it would be a pity. But whereas I want to see more individuality and unique taste in cinema, that's why I like to see auteur films.
Okay, one more then. So if you had like unlimited resources, let's say, nothing to bother you at all, what kind of film would you shoot?
如果你有无限的钱和所有的能力的话，你会做怎样的电影？
Complete freedom of everything, let's say.
所有的自由，世界上所有的自由。
首先我觉得这个美好的想象可能不太容易实现，或者是它不存在。但我现在也有想尝试的，比如说谍战的题材，这是我原来没有尝试过的，我对这个比较感兴趣。
谍战就是那个
spy 对。
I do think it's very unlikely that I'll ever get to enjoy this freedom, but if I do have the power, I do think about sometimes making a spy film. That's my interest.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it. I don't have any other questions. I hope that's okay.